SmallRig top handle. Here's what it looks like already set up on my GH7. And this is the SmallRig Black Mamba cage for the GH6 and GH7 because they have the same body design. The only way you put this on are with those two screws right there that has to screw into the frame of the cage, the top cage. And not all cages have those same spacings. Here's a Lumix S5IIX with a Tilta cage. And the Tilta cage, it does have 1/4-20s up here, but they're not at the correct spacing. So you can't use this SmallRig handle on this particular Tilta cage. So you really have to check the specs of the compatibility of what cages this works on. The only reason why you would get this handle is to put the XLR adapter on the GH7, or if you have a GH6 or the full frame with compatible SmallRig cages. I'm gonna put on first the older, this is the first generation XLR module, generation 1. Connect, lock it, and plenty of space. So this handle can also extend higher with this little knob here. This is its lowest position, so I can still get my hands in there and have the XLR module in. And here when I extend it, that's the furthest it can go, and I have plenty of space. And this part of the handle is adjustable. You can go forward or backwards using those two screws right there. You can unscrew it and then you can go slide it back and forth. The tool is also included in the handle, the hex wrench. You have two cold shoes. This cold shoe up top has a locking mechanism, and in the back here you have a cold shoe, but there's no locking connection on this one. Here's the XLR module 2. If you never had the 2, here's the size comparison to the 1. It is longer, right there. The length is longer on the 2 versus the 1. Fits perfectly molded. Get my hand in there, plenty of space. I'll bring it down. I collapse it to its lowest, lock that in. Still have room for my hand. If you have big hands or if you're wearing gloves, might not apply to you. And then this right here is a ratcheting knob, so you can adjust the angle so it's not hitting things. I don't think there's any other brand or any other product that can do that. There's two potential downsides to this design. The first one being that because of this hinge, because it has to make almost like an L shape, if you have a heavy rig, these two mounting points are the only thing holding a really heavy rig if you're just gonna grab it and with the top handle. Even this rig right here, the GH7 with the 10-25, this is pretty heavy. So to put all that weight on this piece right here, I don't know about the stability over a long period of time. And if you have a cinema rig with a matte box, a much bigger lens, I think that needs more reinforcement, and this might not hold or it'll bend over time. The second thing that is more a realistic bummer about this design is that since you have to screw this in, it's sort of permanently like this. So you're not able to detach this handle when you're traveling with it. It's always going to be this height, which is quite tall for a lot of camera bags. Here's another handle from SmallRig. This is one of my favorite SmallRig handles. And this one connects with their NATO rail. Way easier, slip on and off, tighten it. Can go on multiple different cages. It looks like there's more mounting options on this SmallRig handle. So I like this SmallRig handle better. I wish it had the same features as this one here, but this is detachable, and this is gonna be more usable for more cameras and easier to travel with. So that's a big drawback if you really want to use these XLR adapters on your Panasonic cameras and you want to use a top handle. There's not a lot of other options besides getting a bigger cage system with detachable handles and all that stuff. But this is the lowest profile type of cage system that can accept a top handle and the XLR module. And that's just the drawbacks you have to accept if you want to go with this.